Here we are. All right, thanks for joining me live here for our pumpkin carving. So YouTube has introduced this new feature, they're calling it, called vertical live, where you can do videos in vertical and do them live, which you could always do, which is funny that they're calling it a new feature, but they're kind of trying to sell it more like the YouTube Shorts. I guess they'll be feeding it into people's feeds. So anyway, I'm going to try that out, but let's get to the pumpkin carving. So here's some of the things that you need to carve a pumpkin properly. First thing, of course, is a proper pumpkin. Look at that one. Now every pumpkin you have to make is, which side am I going to cut into? So every pumpkin has a dirty side because it had to grow somewhere. It was laying on the ground somewhere. So it's got a dirty side and a sunny side. So I think I'm gonna make the face on the sunny side, on the big round side here. And look at that, how this kind of will blow back like a piece of hair. So now you want to make sure you put the face slightly on the higher side if you're going to be setting this on the ground. Because if you put the face down here, you won't be able to see it as you walk by. So I like to put the face a little bit high. But the first step is to empty this thing out, and let's get straight to it. Now you can buy all kinds of fancy kits for doing pumpkins. All you need is a paring knife, a serrated paring knife. So we're going to cut the top off, and then we're going to hollow out the... So let's get straight to it. Now, when you're... I actually draw on here before I cut it. And what I do, because it's easy to get off track, and it's easy to make it too big or too small, and what you want to do is you want to make a slight imperfection. Don't make it perfectly symmetrical. Make a little point here. That way... it can only be one way, so it's kind of like it's keyed. So you take your paring knife, and dig in. Now you want to dig in, you want to give yourself a little bit of an angle here. You don't just go straight in. You want to give it a little bit of a bevel all the way around. Beveled all the way around. So that when I go to set this back in, it doesn't fall inside. You don't want to fall inside. That would be disastrous. All right, that's in here. So, safety. Always cut away from yourself, of course. And I like to just make a series of cuts, kind of at a nice little angle here. You don't have to get too crazy or too accurate. Most of all, be careful. I have childhood memories of some pretty severe cuts doing it. And I probably don't have the best safety protocols, so be sure you exercise your best judgment and safety. I am not a good judge of safety. But I am going to get this top off here and give it a slight bevel. Slightly imperfect. Can you see it there? Here, let's tip the camera down. A slight imperfect. You don't want it round. You don't want it square. You want it some irregular shape. Yeah, memories of doing this on my kitchen floor as I was a youngster. All right, let's see if we got this. Oh, I might not have completed the... This is a huge pumpkin. It's like a 20-pounder. Oh, here we go. Almost there. Slight bevel to it. So I usually make videos about science and weather and or music. Today's video is about something kind of whimsical and fun. Now, the next thing you need is one of these. Now, anybody that's raised knows what this is. It's called a throw-up bowl. It's a throw-up bowl because it's the bowl you run and get when your kid is throwing up. whether that's the day after Halloween or that's like in the Venn diagram between Halloween and pumpkin is the throw-up bowl, because you need a throw-up bowl to... Now I like to cut off a little bit of this here. And the throw also happens to be the perfect size for Caesar salads. So when you tell people, go grab the throw-up bowl and we'll make a Caesar salad, they kind of freak out. All right, now, so that's all you have to do, nothing fancy, but notice how it's irregular, so it can only go back on one way. I don't know why that matters. It's the engineer in me. Okay, so, all right. Now, let's scoop it out. And again, you could get the fancy kits from the store. This'll do, I think. All right, here we go. Hollow this baby out. Now, I used to go crazy with this, trying to get perfectly hollowed out, and I realized, again, it just doesn't matter. You get most of it, that's all you need to do. Now, this is a really thick one. All right, so another technique is you might have to cut away a little bit more around here, because it's hard to get in there. So that top hole has to be big enough to get your hand in, but not so big. I made this one pretty big, actually. All right. Now, a lot of people like to save these seeds. In fact, I might do that, but I'm going to set them aside for now, because you can actually eat them or plant them. But thanks for joining me, those of you who are watching, just having some fun here. The day before Halloween, carving up a pumpkin. I thought I'd try this new YouTube feature called Live Vertical. Live Vertical, it's called. And maybe I'll have time built up here with this video, because this could go on for a while. But I'm having some fun. My YouTube channel isn't monetized, and I think maybe that's a good thing. Because then, what if it gets monetized? Then I'll be like a slave to the YouTube algorithm, as it is now. I mostly post videos about things I find interesting. Oh, there we go. Getting a lot of seeds out of here. Ah, yes. I have a lot of fond Halloween memories. When I was young, the parents would send us out trick-or-treating, just the kids. They'd just go on out into the night, go up to strangers' doors and ask for candy, and we would. Except I remember one of my first years trick-or-treating, my big brother was with me, and we were one block from getting back home, and some other big kids took all our candy. They knocked us down and took all our candy. Oh, I was so sad. But my big brother, he tried to fend them off. He tackled that one guy, he said. But mostly I have good Halloween memories. That memory actually wasn't all that bad. All right, now, getting this mostly hollowed out. Scrape, and like I say, you don't have to go nuts with this. Get most of it out, especially on the bottom, because you want to put, that's where you're going to put the candle in. Ooh, lot of seeds. Well, I hope this stream is running smoothly. I was having some trouble. I apologize if there's switches. Halloween time. Wow, there's just a lot of seeds. I want to get all the seeds out, at least. So I'm just scraping the sides here with this spoon. And maybe I go a little bit too crazy, getting it all hollowed out. But you kind of have to dig a little divot in the bottom because that's where the can's going to go. So I'm going to make kind of a flat spot right in the middle. All right, this is the hard part. The fun part's coming right up. And it's really that hard. All right, it's a little bit messy, so we can set the throw-up bowl aside. It's full of pumpkin throw-up. All right, there we go. I have lots of happy memories with my kids going out trick-or-treating in our neighborhoods. We didn't send them out alone, though. We definitely went with them and took all the, what is it, the Butterfingers. Oh, yeah, the fingers. All right, so now I didn't completely get this completely hollowed out, but it's good enough here. In fact, it's kind of cool if there's a little bit of stray stuff hanging in there. It makes it kind of creepy. All right, let's see how we're looking. All right, so far so good. Now the only tool you need for this is, I like to use a pen to draw a figure on here. Some people just like to start, carve, go straight to it. I like to do a very minimal amount of playing. Now on the thumbnail image, it showed the standard triangle eyes. I'm tempted to do just the standard triangle eyes, triangle nose, mouth, like you'd see if you typed in, show me a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern icon. That kind of. But I'm going to go for something a little more goofy on the eyes, I think. Let's see. So we're going to this the front side. So I want them pretty high, remember. See, I think I'll make them kind of round. Let's see, maybe over here more. Round, so yeah. So the pencil doesn't even really have to write. It's more like I'm scoring the pumpkin here. Just roughly where I'm gonna cut. Doesn't have to be exact. I can always adjust it on the fly. There we go. I'm gonna make two big googly eyes. Oh wow. Two big googly eyes, and I think I'll make pupils so he looks kind of cross-eyed. There we go, something like that. You probably can't even see that. Let's try that. Let's get straight to they're going to be a little too close together. Let's go for it. All right. Now this is where you really want to be careful. And this is where those pumpkin carving kits come in kind of handy, because the tools are probably probably a lot more safe than this tool here. This is the way I remembered it as a kid. And I also remember cutting myself. All right, here's that big googly pupil. Yeah. After I was knocking those tools, I'm realizing why they're handy, because you can kind of saw. And that is kind of a handy feature. They're nice and skinny. Okay, so I'm learning. There you go. Pop that right out. There's one eye. Kind of trim it up a little bit. I like to make the opening a little bigger. A little bit bigger on the inside. All right, let's see if I can see any comments there. Happy almost Halloween. All right. Well, we're having some fun here. There we go. I'll have to make a high-speed version of this. Maybe I'll make a time-lapse version of this a little bit later. All right, here goes the other eye. Woo! I think I'm gonna have to move them a little bit further apart. Oh my God, this eye is way different than the other one. This is going to be a goofy looking jack-o'-lantern. Moon-shaped eyes, I was thinking. Do a little bit of carving there. There we go. Woohoo! We got eyes. Now, I'm going to throw that into the throw-up bowl. I think I'm going to go for the traditional triangle nose. And this one, I don't even need to draw it on. I'm just going to go for it. That. I didn't do a lining on this one. Oh, there we go. Just kind of give it a little extra there. All right. Well, thank you for joining me live here. Here we go. Now the mouth. I think the mouth might be worth drawing. I'm going to draw the mouth in, and I think I'm going to make it, I'm not going to make the traditional just a straight mouth. I like to make it kind of rounded. So I'm going to make, ooh, did I cut myself? Maybe a little bit. All right, not surprising. Let's go around like this. Let's see. Let me use them to draw the shape of the mouth. Big and round on that end. Maybe I'm going to use a pencil. Big and round on that end, and big and round on that end as well. And skinny in the middle. That's what I'm going to do. Skinny in the middle. Outsides. And let's throw some teeth there too. So roughly like that. I'm going to put triangle shaped teeth. Jagged triangle shaped teeth. Ooh, let's see. Triangle. That pencil's no good. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing here? Triangle. There we go. Something like that. I can see what I'm doing here, but you probably can't. I can see rough. I'm just trying to make some rough landmarks. They don't even have to be exact. All right, let's start cutting. Here we go. Let's see here. All right. Well, let me know in the comments what your Halloween memories are. Yeah, we'd get home, dump all the candy out, and start divvying it up, and then you start trading. Trade with your siblings. Or your friends. All right, there we go. This is one of the simpler designs you can do. And I'm probably driving you safety people crazy because I've got my hands so close to this knife. I'm trying to be careful. Cut away from myself for the most part. What was I gonna do here? Yeah. Big old mouth comes around. Big old mouth. There you go. Alright, we're getting there. Oh, the results are going to be amazing when we get this thing lit up. Thanks for joining me. Let's see who else there. I can't tell. It's really hard to do this vertical live thing. You don't get much of a view. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I don't know if those are teeth. Let's see. All right, we're getting close, people. You got around for when we light this thing up. Oh, what's going on here? All right, let's complete this. Here we go. Now, we can do this without any injury. No Halloween-related injuries here. We'll be good. All right. Let's see if we can pop that mouth out. This one part, popping that out, is so satisfying. Oh, listen to that sound. I should make an ASMR video. This sound. Oh, yes. Let's go. Give me the rest of it. There he is. Ha! Oh, I'm liking it. Oh man, this is great. Now, check it out. The lid goes on. Goes on. Oh, because I keyed it so that it goes on and it stays. But what if you want it? Sometimes you might want it to be like this. Maybe you want a little gap there so that you can see it around here and give it some more ventilation. But anyway, put that on there. Now what we do, here, see? And you can leave some of this creepy stuff hanging inside. It's just fine. Look at that. Now, hey, that came out all right. But what really looks cool is what's going on with that mouth over here. All right, let's put a tea light in there. Tea light. Of course, when I was a kid, I don't know why we didn't have, it's not like tea light exists, but it seemed like we always had to get a candle and drip wax in there, and it was always very complicated. We'll just use a tea light here. Much easier to drop it in there. All right, here we go. Oh, I left too much stuff in there. There we go. I'll find a spot for it. Oh no. How about right there? All right, there we go. All right, I'll turn the light. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's see, I'm going to turn off this light. I've got so many lights on in here for the video. All right. Oh, yeah, look at that. Let's go all the way. Now we're talking. Woohoo! Oh, yes, I'm loving it. All right. That is how you make a jack-o'-lantern. Well, thank you to the one person who's hanging in there. I appreciate it. And then, thank you for joining me. I actually like the way that looks. That actually looks pretty good. And it only took 26 minutes and 15 seconds. All right. Let's see. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been fun. Cheers. Cheers. Happy Halloween.